Are laser sights harmful in Siege? The answer is no. You should not be afraid of using laser sights in Siege. It is perfectly fine to use them. If anything, you get an advantage because you get faster aim down sights time. And we all know how critical that can be, you know. If you're sprinting, or maybe even if you're just normally walking around, sometimes that extra little half a second does save your life on landing the headshot or killing someone. But you shouldn't even come down to that place because you should be having a good cross replacement in the first place. I use it on all my pistols. I use it on all my primaries. But yeah, man, we all remember how fast ADS time was back in the day of old Siege. And you kind of want to get as
found a bomb.
easy. You want to make the gunplay as easy as possible as you can in Siege. Faster that you can aim down sights, the faster you can just gun down people is good. I think mine's on T. Oh, look at that gun skin, fellas.
I'm not gonna lie, wait, Ash, you might not need an age.
Chat, what do you think about weapon inspection? There's our top floor. We're just gonna go for a basic ticket plant or ticket take. But even if I'm a window hop out, you know, having that little bit extra laser can help. We're gonna shoot the barricade, but not the glass. Oh, damn, you saw that. Reload! A lot of them here. It was close. All right, so here's a Jaeger. Let's see if there's any ADSs that we can shoot. There's no ADSs. There's gotta be at least one, right? No, there's none. We'll get rid of that shield. Wait, I shot 2 deployable shields. What? It's weird.
Last operator standing.
Oh boy.
Shittiest nigga.
Of course he hops out. All right, that's how it goes sometimes, you know. Just sometimes those rounds just happen. Let's see, they're gonna go basement now. Coil wasn't really that much of a problem, but I'm down for it. They're gonna go kitchen, so I'm gonna bring. We do need something to get the wall open. If they have some sort of wall denial, I might run some EMPs for the team. But I think we'll be fine. But what do you guys use in chat? You know, you guys use lasers, yes or no? Yeah, or maybe use them on like some guns. I will say, even if you don't use lasers, like you're not missing out on like a ton of kills. It's just, you know, the consistency of ADS speed, and also having a clunky, you know, ADS time sometimes might feel a little weird. But for the most part, like if you don't run lasers, it's not the end of the world, because like I said, like you should already, a good cross replacement, you should already be aiming at the enemy. But attachments are just like that extra little bit of comfort.
Drone phase, not phone phase. Fuck, nigga.
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Hear my phrase said like that. Oh, there he goes. He TK'd and left the game. That is nuts. Got him there.
Code check.
Yep.
If you can move your car, I can watch it.
Stepping into Gemini.
Dad.
Ooh. See? Laser sights kind of helped me right there.
Move to the hallway. Okay, zombie in reception, in reception. She's making that zombie burgers in reception. Fire. Another one castle right here on ping. Dead.
1 op 4 remaining.
Ash, my fucking goat, I love you. Go get your last kill, King.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Get clear!
Indeed. Freezer. Please one tap you win this. One tap over the pistol. Dead.
Op 4
Took his
Wow.
ace.
Yeah, all good, man. We won the round. You see, chat? I could have died to that Melusa right there if I didn't have laser sight. If I wasn't able to aim down sights fast enough. But laser sights saved me right there. If I was a second too late, I would have died. I really would have. Already betting Melusi. All right, let's try like, oh, you know what? People ask like Buck too. Does the laser affect Buck? Yes. His shotgun barrel is affected as well. And it doesn't really have like lasers on shotguns don't really matter that much anymore, because most of the time you're not really aiming down sights with a shotgun unless you're like further away. But I do recommend you do aim down sights still with a shotgun, because you get that further pellet spread. And I think when shotguns got reworked like a year ago as well.
You need to locate a bomb.
Aiming down sights was just like shotguns have a bit tighter spread now. So shotguns, you don't really need to use it. But yeah, just for people wondering, let's see. I think we should go. Should probably get the wall up in this time. Oh, you know what? Lasers on shields also help a lot too. Make sure you're running lasers on shields. Let's play blitz this round just to demonstrate. I mean, aim down sights is all what shields are. I mean, you can't hit fire with them anymore. So yes, lasers do help shields too. I think lasers help every single person in this game except for shotguns. That's really it. Is recoil lowered on R4C and X? It does feel like that a little bit. I know the F2 and R4C did get tweaked a little bit, like secretly, I think, but it's not confirmed. I'm gonna smoke this off.
One's coming down your way behind you.
Okay. Oh, he's blocked off.
Legion inside, Legion inside.
Yeah,
Legion
if he's
inside.
blocked off by the
Just
gas
last
pipe.
one flanking. It's Warden. Nice.
See, if I didn't have laser sight, you would have killed him.
How the fuck is this guy not dead?
This guy's comms are
Oh!
crazy.
Ayana is shooting 50 cents!
True. When you aim in using laser sight, does the laser still show for others? If yes,
Ubisoft
wouldn't they
is the
be bad?
shittiest
Yo, that's a
fucking
great question, man.
platform.
Yes, everyone sees your laser no matter what. As long as your gun's in your hand and you aim down sights, they will see it. But it's not necessarily bad. Let me ask you this. If you hear an enemy sprint or run around behind cover, is that like a dead giveaway? No, you still have to go up and shoot the enemy in a regular gunfight, right? So that's the way I see laser sights in this game, is unless it's like someone playing close corner with a shotgun, like stationary, and their laser is obviously facing the door or the wall, then yeah, you can get the advantage by pre-firing them. But look, my laser could be here, it could be looking here, like it can move anywhere. You just got to get the habit of not obviously just like staring at, you know, the wall like this, putting a laser on there. Even if you do, like it doesn't really change the dynamic of the gunfight. It really does not. Try it in the game. Unless you're hard scoping for 10 seconds, then yeah, it might be kind of a giveaway. But don't hard scope for 10 seconds. Another thing is, how do you handle like it on a doorway? So let's say like if I don't want my laser to be on the red door right here, right? I would just move my crosshair like a little bit, like like this, right? Yeah, you do it the micro flick a little bit, but like this is just the best way to hide the laser, is like you just slightly put it on your angle. But for the most part, you should be moving around pretty often, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But I guarantee you a lot of you guys are not going to lose gunfights because of your laser scope. It will most likely be because of mispositioning or something like that. But yeah, think about it. I want you to think about it. If you saw your enemy's laser in this big room, do you know exactly where they are? No, you don't. You still have to like find the location, drone them out. Shoot, there's just 3 people hunting me here. Alright. I'm glad it took 3 people to kill one zombie. Does laser increase ADS time, or does it have another use? It used to tighten your hip fire spread, but now it just creates faster aim down sights time. The only purpose it has now is a faster aim down sights time. It doesn't mess with your crosshair anymore though. You might think like, oh, wouldn't that make sense though if but I mean, I wouldn't question it. Just keep it simple, but you know what I mean. There is probably value in them seeing your laser too. In my head, you can bait them by not moving and having them think then your positioning is confirmed. Yeah, that's actually not, yeah, that's a good point. Like if I was playing close in a shotgun, I would put my laser on the door, and then like right when I think they're about to swing, I would wide swing, and then they would kind of like sprint to my position, but then I'd be, you know, on top of them. I'm actually gonna pocket the arrow. They can easily just switch their push. I don't mind making a lot of holes here. Kind of the playoff side. Raid Siege X changed out of 10. Hot take. I think it's a 9 out of 10. This is one of the best updates Siege has gotten in a long time. A lot of people don't like it because of the sound, but like this, they actually fixed the sound and it's better now. It's a lot more directional. Dude, that's so dumb, bro. That's actually so well played though.
C4 ready.
Wow, this is so well played by them. The use of the smokes and the Capitao. I didn't know that mirror was open. Wow, these guys are just... You know what? It's still low Q defense. I'm not going to look too much into it. But yeah, I mean, the whole point of this video is the laser scope. So how you're playing ranked on the test server? The testing grounds are ranked options. It's basically unranked. Oh, I'm also not going to overlook the fact that none of my team is shooting back, so. I liked when angle grip was the attachment to make your aim quicker. Any idea why they changed it in the way it is now? I think they wanted to make more... They didn't want angle grip to, like, overshadow the other attachments, because back then, Siege had very low recoil. Like, all guns had low... This is before Zofia R4C nerf. Remember that the first huge recoil nerf that everyone hated was when Zofia's gun and the R4C got massive nerfs. A lot of recoil along with LMGs. And I think angle grip was just, it was too OP because recoil was already low. So you could sacrifice a little bit of the recoil for faster ADS time. And this was also when old Siege movement was a thing too, before they nerfed ADS speed on everybody. Back then it was a lot more like, kind of how the momentum is in Siege X now. Like you see how I like, when I fall down, it's a lot smoother and a lot less like up binary, up, down, up, down. New haircut? Yep. Ace can still reach soft walls, right? What? Wait. Let me get this straight. Did you just ask if Ace can soft reach soft walls, but he can break reinforcement ones? What if we use 100% of our brain? Not even Einstein can compete. I like to think that the game is simply too complex to be grasped fully. Everyone hones in on something to reduce the number of variables they have to contend with. Yo, that is probably one of the best explanations I've ever heard. Slush. Like, that's exactly how I thought about it too. You want to do everything you can just to make the game easier. See? I'll kill that guy because my laser scope, fellas. The ADS time. Come on, man, drop. Just drop. No, you want to. Let's go chase the last kill. Like impatient fellas we are. Bands restored. I'm also a big fan of the operator bands. I think it's refreshing, but it can be. I feel like it's gonna get like misused by comfort, because that's what a lot of ranked players do. They just kind of like resort to what's comfortable. And they just do it no matter what, because like half their attention is on their phone and half of their attention is like, meh, I might try, but at the same time there's like 25% they actually want to like think smart and try, because then they'll start just banning what the last operator the kill cam was, or maybe there was banned like a random operator like fucking Glass or some shit, or maybe just ban Ash like when we barely use her, you know what I mean? Did UB address fixing glitch spots by dropping down hatches in Siege X? Technically it's not a glitch, because it's just how the momentum is in the game. It's just kind of like you fix one thing and another thing opens up. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a glitch. It's just kind of like how the mechanic is. Kind of like drop shotting in this game. Well, obviously they fixed drop shotting right back though, but Souls is in bakery. Oh shit, she's gonna see my drone. Might be able to cut her off though. See you later, pal. He left the game. See ya. Ah, freaking Clash, man. Oh, hell no.
Down to one friendly.
These guys are just hopping out. That was the last round, right? We got one more round. I guess I'll play into it. I'm actually just gonna leave this lobby. Nah, I'll play it out. Do most people rock lasers, or is it just a preference thing? I'd say most high ranks, or just most players should be using lasers. Because again, the ROI of using lasers are just so massive. Let's go Mira again. I'm actually down. Is Siege X visual more clearer than current Siege? Yes. The lighting is brighter almost everywhere on the map. I think it's technically a good thing. People might say, oh, the game looks more like mobile. But the whole point I want you guys to really understand is, and I've confirmed this by like attending the multiple Siege X events, talking to multiple devs, Alex, the director of most of the Ubi stuff, Joshua Mills, is ultimately they're just trying to make the game easier for players to stay around and lower the entry barrier for Siege. That's why Rank 2.0 is staying around, because it increases the player count and retention. Totally understandable. No longer have resentment against Rank 2.0 changes, because ultimately I can't really do anything about it, but like it totally makes sense for them, and I don't have to play like the guessing game of do I hate the devs or not. But like now I have a clear answer. I can finally like have a more solid opinion.
Op 4, last
Sophia
stop
dead.
standing. Op 4
Yeah,
found a bomb.
IQ's
You must
and
defend it.
Cocktail, but the fuser's downstairs. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I don't like lasers. It ruins stealth. I've got the drop on the enemy many times because the lasers gave away their position. That is totally okay, Ariel. You're not the only person who said that. I've had multiple YouTube comments saying the exact same thing as you, so... Again, it is preference, but I also want to understand the level that you are playing in, because yes, you can get away with punishing players for that in like maybe lower ranks, but higher ranks, the positioning and everything else like is more important than seeing a laser scope. But I mean, I will say like you also like can see what your enemy is holding. Like let's say if it's even in higher ranks, it doesn't have to be low ranks. Let's say if we're playing in 2v3, 3v3, right, and I'm trying to find out enemy positions. I can see, okay, let's say for example, we're on Trophy on Oregon, right? I'm in Trophy, it's a 2v3. I know where nobody is, but I know they're in sight. Then I can think like, okay, I see a laser on the door. Who holds an angle on Trophy door usually in sight? Okay, it's usually top white or it's big window. It's normally not nowhere else besides those two. Maybe Kid's door, because you know, they'll be in the open if they hold that angle. So I can actually narrow it down. So I guess sometimes that can be the benefit of seeing someone's laser, but like they have legs, they can move around. How's your performance looking? Do you notice drops in FPS versus normal Siege? No. I would say I do get a little bit lower FPS, but it is test server, so I can't say for sure. But I haven't really had a moment where I'm like, oh my God, my FPS is chalked right now. But yeah, it's okay. More or less recoil, pretty much the same, if not maybe a little bit less. But that is on the two weapons I provided. Not the other weapons though. If you use laser, you just have to look out where you're aiming. Yep. And it becomes habit. And ultimately, you don't have to think about it that much. Like I want you guys to think about it like the most important aspects of Siege to win is either gunfights or planting the bomb. And if you could do anything you can do to win more gunfights, that is ultimately better than having a situation where it's like, oh, I might be scared to do this and all that. Sometimes it even comes from like a place like people are just scared to like show presence in Siege. You shouldn't be scared to shoot your weapon a lot. You shouldn't be scared to peek angles a lot. Like you shouldn't just hide and then the only time you see an enemy or make any kind of like interaction with them is like when you peek one time, and that's like your very last gunfight. Obviously it's a little bit different and competitive in terms of staying alive, but we're talking about like people who aren't even like high ranks yet. Like a lot of people who just crouch around and just like, you know, they don't fully commit to peeking their angles and shit.